It was from the start all the way until the final seconds of this game last night. He was under complete fire. I mean, the Boston Bruins threw everything at him. The New York Saints, as they're known now by the by Bruce Cassidy. Let's just call him
Butch Cassidy. That's more
Bruce
fun.
Cassidy, the coach of the Bruins now, is referring to the Islanders as the New York Saints, complaining that the officials are calling too many penalties against the Bruins and not enough in there. It's not even or whatever, because obviously last night the Islanders scored 3 power play goals. Well, all of their goals came from their forwards last night.
Didn't the Bruins score 2 power play goals?
They did.
And I know they had twice as many power plays.
And they also had 44 shots on goal, and Semyon Varlamov stopped 40 of them. And I know, like, you give up 4 goals, you're like, oh my God, no. If you watched the game last night, I mean, he must have made 16 or 17 just either point blank or incredible reads of plays that are happening in front of him. And then the nice thing for the Islanders is that, you look at their lineup and you look at their forward lineup and you look at the time on the ice. I think there's only one guy that has 18 minutes or more than 18 minutes on the ice throughout the entire game, and that was Anthony Beauvillier, who had a really good game last night. And he tried to attempt some shots that he hadn't normally tried to attempt. But he didn't get him on goal, but he was still trying to shoot them. But he made an unbelievable pass to Nelson too. That was just the sixth sense that a lot of these hockey players have is amazing. But when you take a look at the Islanders from top to bottom, 18 minutes is the most that one of their forwards had. Everybody else was under 18 minutes, including Matthew Barzal. So you see that and you say to yourself, that's what you call 4-line hockey. That means everybody is contributing at some point somewhere along the line, whether it be winning faceoffs, battling in the corner. Everybody has an opportunity, and Barry Trotz is not relying, so heavily on, say 6 guys. I feel like Cassidy's really relying on his top 2 lines. And quite frankly, the Marchand and Bergeron and Pasternak line is ridiculous. They are insane.
Well, Pasternak, right off the bat, after missing that open net in Game 4 that could have changed that game, he goes out and scores. He starts the scoring. He has another goal later. But to me, the biggest difference in why the Islanders are a scary team going forward, they got to finish this off, because you always mention the toughest game is that 4th win, is because Matt Barzal is scoring now. That's why. Now you've got this guy who is doing everything that a superstar offensive player in the NHL should be doing for a cup contender, whereas in the beginning, he was doing all the little things. He was out there on the ice, creating opportunities for everybody else, but he wasn't burying the puck. Now he's doing all that other stuff and scoring.
They had like 2 or 3 goals last night that were unbelievable shots. The Eberle goal, which is important for the Islanders because he's a goal scorer. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you had the Nelson goal. You had the Barzal goal. The Barzal shot was unbelievable. It was right over the shoulder of Tuukka Rask. But my thing is, what's more important to me is I want to see a guy play a 200-foot game. And he has made a lot of little defensive plays, Barzal has, finally. Like, I want to say finally, because he's gotten better from the second half of the season on. But, he is back checking, which is just as important as scoring goals. You got to get back. You got to support your goalie. And everybody's got to have skin in the game. And so one thing that Barry Trotz has done with this team now, Noah Dobson gets a little ice time taken away from him late in the game, and that's understandable. He's a young kid. You don't want to see turnovers and things of that nature, so you try to protect where you can. But I will say that this was Semyon Varlamov's game last night, 5-on-5. The Bruins were all over the Islanders. Look, I'm not an Islander fan. I'm trying to be objective as I possibly can. And to listen to the opposing coach scream and yell about penalties, that's BS.
Seriously.
There were a couple times last night where they ran right over Varlamov and no calls were made. So it goes both ways, and it has gone both ways.
I just hope that there isn't a reaction from the officials in Game 6 because of that. I hope this isn't one of those squeaky wheel gets the grease situations, and then you see like a 5-on-3 in the first 10 minutes of the first period of Game 6.
I was waiting for a late penalty to be called on the Islanders, like in the last 5 minutes.
Well, I know once they got within a goal.
Yeah. No, normally that's what happens, but they.
By the way, great timeout by Barry Trotz. I thought that's when you use your timeout. Isn't that in hockey? Hey, it's like, here come the Bruins. They're down a goal. It's like, you need to regroup and let's make sure that we win this game. It was absolutely. terrifying if you are an Islander fan watching those last couple of minutes.
Don't they say like a 3-goal lead is the hardest lead in hockey?
I always thought the 2-goal lead. I thought it was the dreaded 2-goal lead.
The dreaded 3-goal lead last night. And look, and I think Joe Micheletti and Pierre were talking about it last night, at least on the national broadcast. They were talking, that they were backing up too much. And I think that's what Barry Trotz must have been saying to his players during that timeout. Hey, man, we got to still attack. We can't stop and just think that our goalie's going to make 50 saves tonight. So I'm sure something like that was said. So
is that meat already here? That's all ready to meet?
All meat is here.
Those guys are unbelievable.
Meat is here, man. They don't
That's
waste any
awesome.
time.
There's 6:07 and our meat's already here.
The warehouse is going 24/7.
No, I
It's
know.
open at 3:00 in the morning, and they're getting ready to deliver, and we got the meat going.
I just wanted to shout them out. It's amazing. I mean, when
meat in the can.
When they say they're bringing meat, they really bring the meat.
So I flip over to the Nets just to see what's going on. They're up 30 points, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
this game stinks.
There's
just nothing. Nothing. And, you remember Giannis was talking about, we don't care about, home court advantage or any of that other crap.
Yeah.
Well, you should have cared because the Nets hit 21 threes last night, and the Bucks only attempted 27 of them, and I think they hit 6 or 8 maybe. They might have hit 8. That's the game right there. It's a 3-point shooting game, and there's nothing compelling. There's nothing going on.
Last night there wasn't. And the Bucks just have no guts. They've got no guts at all. James Harden goes out 47 seconds into game 1. They end up losing that game. Then they come out knowing that he's not going to play in this game and completely boat raced from start to finish. It's non-competitive.
That's right.
Now this might sound like an old man basketball take, but when you're supposed to be a superstar player, your teams in the playoffs don't have this happen to them ever. And Giannis, to me, to have this happen to his team, to be down almost 50 points in a playoff game against a team that's not even. Are you smelling a sports minute?
No. What I'm smelling is like, I think it's going to be a superstar that's going to bitch his way out of Milwaukee.
No, he just signed that extension. There's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way.
It's not his fault.
But he couldn't go anywhere else anyway because he'd be just crushed by a real fan base. Think that guy's going to go to New York or any sort of East Coast fan base or West Coast fan base. They'd roast him.
Hey, either the coach is going to get fired or they're going to try to get.
He's
Damian
a good
Lillard.
coach too. I don't know what.
They tried this offseason to get players around him that were going to help him. But it's embarrassing.
How does this happen in a playoff game? You give the credit to the Nets, and they're great, and we all know that they're great, and we've talked about it. We're planning a parade, but to lose like this. I
said 16-5. It may be like 16-3.
3. I was going to say 1. I think they're not going to lose a game the rest of the way.
They may lose one in Milwaukee. They lost one in Boston, so we'll see. But I know this, that just watching the 2 games last night is not even close.
Yeah.
One game is just like a huge yawner because one team doesn't show up, and the other game has got guys flying around, slamming into each other, going 100 miles an hour, and it's just unbelievably exciting. And the same thing happened in the other hockey game last night, and that was Montreal and Winnipeg. Montreal sweeps that series. It's like you can't make this stuff up.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with the Islanders Cup odds, but I am. When I looked it up the other day, it just seemed to me, it was like, this isn't right. When they were down 2 games to 1, it was 24-1. This morning, and that was, as I mentioned, after game 3, they're down 2 games to 1. They were 24-1 to win the Cup. What do you think they are this morning? Up 3 games to 2 in this series.
I don't think it changes.
Oh, it changed dramatically.
Oh, it did. 17-1.
7-1.
7-1.
That's how much it changed. It went from 24-1 to 7-1.
Well, let me ask you a question. Isn't that because more people are betting on them to win?
Well,
so the odds come down?
But yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But also, it's just ever-changing lines because they thought there was absolutely no chance that the Islanders were going to win that series against Boston. That's why it was 24-1.
Right.
And now, why not? I should have jumped on it at 24-1. That would have been great. That would have been smart. But I didn't do it because I was like, man, if they really are that down on the Islanders winning the Cup, why am I going to be so in on it? But they still, it's not like the Bruins are dead.
Oh, no, not by any stretch.
There is that. Those last 2 games are going to be absolutely incredible.
The thing is that you saw that place was sold out last time, more fans than the previous games, and the the Bruins, especially the first two lines, really fed off it. Charlie McAvoy fed off of it. Charlie's a great player, and you can see it. I think that they're hurting in their defensive core. They're missing a couple really key guys, and it is really costing them. There are they have turnovers. You say what you want about the Islanders. They don't have a lot of shots on goal, but man, when they do get shots on goal, they are quality shots on goal. Especially, and I'm talking 5-on-5 now. I'm not talking about the power plays. That's a whole different story. And there are turnovers that are happening within the Bruins zone that is just killing them. And Tuukka Rask is, when he wins, he's healthy. When he loses, he's hurt. What is he? Yeah, what is he hurt? Is he not hurt?
A lot of excuses coming out of there.
I've heard so many
excuses from a team that is a well-known, respected franchise that's done a lot of winning. A lot of excuses up there from the coach, from the goalie. I just can't. If they get knocked out, what else are they going to say? I can't wait to hear it with the type of excuses they're coming up with. That Marchand goal was pretty nice, though, wasn't it? Because he's a pest, but boy, that was unbelievable.
And to be able to keep the puck and stay with it the way he was able to do it. He's only 5'10". You don't realize that he plays a lot bigger than that because he's such a pest. So he's got a little Sean Avery in him, but he's also got some real hockey skill.
Oh, clearly.
And those three guys, him, Pasta, Bergeron. They just kind of know where each other is, and they throw the puck to points and places that. They kind of feel like where their teammates are, and it's really it's unbelievable hockey. When you watch it, it is quick, it is fast, and it's coming at you. And that's why Varlamov stole this game last night. He was incredible, especially the last 15 minutes. Even though they did give up 2 third-period goals, the last 15 minutes he was ridiculous.
Bring that meat in here. I want to check that meat out right now.
Bringing the meat in right now?
Yeah, I want to see it.
You want to start with the meat right now?
I do want to start with the meat right now.
Why do you want to start with the meat right now, man?
Because the meat's sitting in there, and I want to see it, and I'm
right in the middle of a fast, Biggs.
I know. This is a part of the reason why I want to see the meat right now. I want to get you all fired up.
No, I was...
yeah. Oh, it is ice.
Oh, here we go.
Berkshire pork chops.
Berkshire tomahawk pork chop.
Okay, yeah.
Bone in, baby.
Yes, okay, good.
Should I open it up? Or no, it's probably not smart, right? I'm going to keep it all wrapped up.
Meat pie.
How many you want? 2, 3? Cook up tonight?
Can't have any.
Why not?
Because I'm fasting.
I thought you're still eating on this fast.
No,
it's just meat.
Not that kind of
Replace one of those bars with a pork shank.
Yeah, that's
just
right.
So you know, yesterday I woke up, I was 242 pounds. This morning I woke up, I'm 239 pounds.
Yeah, you lost some water weight.
Probably lost some water weight because I did play golf yesterday, and it was hotter than hell. But it was down in Deal, New Jersey for you boys yesterday.
Saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
You give anybody a call?
No, because I knew that none of these guys would come out and want to see me.
That's not true.
Beautiful
day yesterday.
Every time I call them when I'm down there, I can't make it. I got this. Jerry's got baseball games. Eddie's, with the dogs. Al's like, I'm not leaving the condo.
Eddie would show up. He would totally show up. You know Eddie. Eddie loves an adventure.
I actually have never gotten a call from Boomer when he's down there.
Yeah, you're not calling him. You tell all your buddies, I got this friend of mine. He's like, he's into the cosmos. He works for me. He's a little bit of he's like a hippie liberal type of guy. His wife controls his money. You want to hang out with him?
I'd be shot as soon as I got on the zip code.
F no.
No way.
Keep him out of here.
That's not true.
No, I think that's probably what happens.
No, that's not true.
In my mind, that's what happens.
Oh, we've got a Honda Fit in Deal. Activate the police.
I thought the neighborhood around the golf course yesterday was a nice neighborhood, but I didn't think it was like you guys were saying like it was going to be really bougie and everything. And I'm thinking like these big mansions and all that stuff. I didn't see any of that stuff. I saw
in the right place.
I saw a nice Sayville type neighborhood.
Okay,
that's what I saw.
All right, beautiful.
I was over there at Hollywood. I guess it's Golf and Country Club. That golf course was unbelievable.
Yeah, nice place.
That's a little gem, man. It's a little gem.
How'd you hit him, fast boy?
I hit him good. Took all the money yesterday.
You took all the money yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have one beer or anything out there? Nothing?
I did not, believe me. But, when you're playing these golf tournaments, yesterday was for the American Cancer Society, and Janelle Garmani was honored afterwards.
That's right, yep.
So it was great for Janelle and everything. When, I had to play with Vinny, Janelle, and Doug Wells.
Again?
I mean, for 5.5 hours on a golf course. And it's the hottest freaking day of the year. And I wasn't drinking.
That's tough. That's a rough day. That's a rough day in the
a lot of
world
water
right
and
there.
a lot of spearmint tea.
I don't know how you do it, man. I'm telling you, especially this time of year. That's definitely a Garmani shirt today, too. I could tell. It's like it's a beauty. It's a good one. It's got to be, right?
It may be. I think so.
It's got to be. With that the wonderful design on there. He's got those great designs.
Maybe, yep.
Yeah, of course. So good for you, man.
Yeah, so it was a great day yesterday, and that golf course is awesome.
How many pork chops?
No, I'm not having any pork chops.
1, 2, 3. All right. So we'll just split them up.
Yep.
We'll split them up.
I think you got hamburgers in there, too.
Nah, it doesn't look like it. It looks just like...
Maybe they're coming tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they're tomorrow.
Oh, they're tomorrow? I got to bring the cooler. I brought my Yeti backpack in today.
Oh,
Throw
nice.
the pork chops in there. I wasn't
There you go.
messing around.
Okay, good.
Got to make sure they bring those things home nice and cold.
I told them to put some cold packs in there. Did
They
do
did.
that?
Yeah, they did.
Good.
Yeah. No, so we can't. That's the one thing about the meat coming at 6 o'clock is we got to keep it cold all day. It's like this whole process. You can't just have meat lying around the studio all day long at room temperature. You know, you're just asking for
meat.
it. You're just
Well, I'll
asking
tell you
for
what. Today, you know what today is? Today is a Winners Tuesday.
It is.
And
for
we get
sure.
the Yankees and the Mets back in action. Man, and the Yankees, boy, I'll tell you what, they need a therapy session.
They need more than that.
You know, when they have a day off, the amount of conversation and the amount of stuff that is written about them and what they shouldn't do and what they should do and what this guy should do and fire that guy and this guy sucks and this guy shouldn't be playing and DFA does. I'm like, what? It's just unbelievable. That's what happens when they don't play.
Right. And if they come out and lose their next game, then there's going to be even more of that. Ratchet it up.
They're up in Minnesota. They have got
Minnesota's been terrible this year.
They have got to sweep this. I don't care. I don't want to hear about a winning series. They need to sweep the series. They want to get their fans off their backs.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.